News first at 5. The state is already filing an appeal to the Georgia Supreme Court after a Fulton County judge overturned the state's new abortion law.
Now, the law has been in full effect since July and prohibits abortions once a fetal heartbeat is detected, which can be as early as 6 weeks into the pregnancy. Now, a spokesperson for the governor, Governor Brian Kemp's office, says that they sent this to us in this statement within the last hour, saying the ruling puts personal beliefs over the will of the people of Georgia. It continues saying that they will fight for Georgia's unborn children. Now, the judge also ruled today that the law is unconstitutional because when it was passed. Paula Searle explains what's going to happen next.
Today's decision to overturn Georgia's 6-week abortion ban came down to two questions. Was the bill, which Governor Brian Kemp signed into law in 2019, valid when it passed? And does the law violate your right to privacy, which is protected by the state constitution?
And the judge didn't have to reach the second question because Judge McBurney said that on the first question, the law was never valid in the first place. So what Judge McBurney has said today is we don't need to resolve those privacy-related questions because the General Assembly has to pass a new abortion law now that it is lawful under the federal constitution.
Fulton County Superior Court Judge Robert McBurney found the law was unconstitutional because it was passed before the Supreme Court ruled in June 2022 to overturn Roe v. Wade.
The Georgia state constitution has a unique provision that says that if a law is invalid when the General Assembly passes it, it never is valid. So because the General Assembly passed the 6-week abortion ban at a period of time where federal constitutional law said that was impermissible and unconstitutional, that the Georgia General Assembly didn't have the power to pass the law at the time that it did.
Georgia state law professor Anthony Michael Kreis says this means the law is effectively overturned immediately statewide.
So the Supreme Court's old rules that said, you can regulate abortions, but you can't ban them before viability is going to be the state of Georgia law.
Attorney General Chris Carr's office has already filed notice to appeal the decision.
Ultimately, what I think we can say for certain, though, is that the Georgia Supreme Court will have the final word on this.
Paula Searle, 11 Alive News.